Okay, I'm continuing the video that I'm using for making paper dolls. So now I'm going to erase this next section here, and what I need to do is join these lines together. So I've got that, and I think I joined the wrong line. I'm not sure yet. Let's see what happens here. Maybe not. That may have actually worked. And there's different ways of doing this too for this paper doll. I mean, right now this is an outline. If I don't like that, then what I could do is get my eraser tool again and cut it there and cut it here and get my joint tool and connect those two together, and that will go behind the doll. So depending on what you want to do, so I would have to bring her face to the front, and I don't like the way that this is joined here. It's just the way the artist drew this. So what I'm going to do is get my eraser tool again. I'm going to cut this. I'm going to snap that and make them separate. So this is the chin. I'm bringing it up to the cheekbone. So that now became her face. And I can do away with this outer section, I think. Let me see what happens if I erase that. No, I'm losing too much. That means I need to join it someplace else. There's a lot going on in this drawing, but you get the gist of it though. What I'm going to do is join this section to the inner part. Whoop, that's not what I wanted to do. Went to the outer section instead of the inner section. Let's try that again. I'm going to pull this outer section out of the way and now join these two together. And let's see what happens if I erase this one. Yeah, I lose the whole body. So let me zoom out a little bit so I can get a better look at this. And I'm going to color this yellow just to try to get an idea of what's going on here. Send that to the back and get her face in. I didn't get her whole face. There we go. No, why is it doing that? That's the eye features. I'm just going to make those black for the time being. As you can see, that all needs to be changed. There's the face. And get the eye features to the front. And lots of times what I'll do with some of these things is instead of using the ones that they've given, I leave them off and just put my own. So you can do that too. Okay, so now I want to see from a distance what happens when I erase. I don't know why. It must be connected someplace else that I don't know about. And I'm trying to see where it's at, and I'm guessing it's probably in this area here. It looks like it goes around here, goes around the flowers, comes around this way, and it stops right there. That's where the problem is. Okay, so now that I know that, I'm going to come in close, use my eraser tool. I'm going to erase this section right here, and this section here, and keep these separate. Okay, so now what I need to do is use my draw segment tool, and I'm going to, it went to the one I didn't want it to go to, so I'm going to hit my back button. I'm going to hit the escape key because that frees up the line to start a new path. And now I got to join these intersections together. Here's the first one, here's the second one. Okay, so I was able to do that. And what I'm going to do is lengthen the arm. Okay, so that may have taken care of that part of it the way that I need it. So let me click on this now. And that's better. Still not what I needed. I'm trying to follow this path here to see where it goes. I don't know why, unless I erased the wrong one. Yeah, that's what I did. I erased the wrong one. And I don't necessarily need these flowers. I kind of like leaving those out, because then you can put in her hand whatever you'd like to put in her hand. So Let me get rid of this outline. There, now I'm getting better. That's better. That's what I wanted. Okay, so all you have to do now is bring the head down a little bit so she can get it on her neck, and we'll move. Actually, I think what I'll do is group all of this and use my arrow key to push it up, and do the same thing with this. Use my arrow key to push it up, and I'm continuing to do that. That way I don't have a million pieces. And with the shoes. Okay, so as you can see, there's different ways of playing with this, different ways of doing it. So give her some color, and her hand needs to come forward. Give her some color, and so now you can put something in between her hand there. If you want to put the flowers, you can. We'll give her some white panties, and then do her legs. And you're probably thinking, but how's this going to help me, because my daughter can't play with it the way that it is? Well, we're going to change that. Right now I'm just trying to give you a visual to see what it could look like. And I'm not real crazy about these shoes. I'd probably redo those. Yeah, see how it did this? I don't like that. I would rather have this be one piece for that sock, so I'm going to zoom in on that. And I'm going to bring that sock down. Okay, so now what I need to do is I'm going to bring the sock to here, because the shoe's going to cover her foot anyway. So I'm just going to bring it to that point and start pulling it out until, actually I think I'm going to go into wireframe. I messed that part up there. So there's her sock hiding in here. Okay, so I know this looks kind of weird, but when you do this part, which is replaced by arc, I'm going from the sock here, coming down. Okay, I clicked on it when I was up here by the sock. I'm going to unclick here and click here. I'm going to click here, unclick here, and click here. And see how it's smoothing her foot out? Let's give her some toes. And there, that'll fit in the shoe better. And all I'm doing is clicking, unclicking, clicking. And now I'm going to use my move point tool, because that looks really weird. And bring it down closer. And you just keep manipulating it until you get it where you want it to be. I need to get the heel inside the shoe. And that means I need to move that line segment over. Okay. We're getting there. And we need to bring this over so it meets up with her foot. And I think that looks much better, but it still needs to be cleaned up slightly, and I want to make this a little bit thicker too. Oh, not what I had planned on doing. I was trying to work on the shoe, and for some reason it was working on the sock. Okay, that's better. I was just trying to thicken that up a little bit. And now I can use my move point tool to move this down slightly where I want it to be. And I want to clean up the outer part of her shoe here too. Okay, so now let's get out of the wireframe, and that looks better. So now I need to do the same thing with this one here, because this looks very strange. Click, unclick, click, and click, unclick, click. Okay, so what I need to do is the same thing I did with the other one. I'm going to bring that sock down on both of these, and I see a stray dot there. I want to get rid of that while I see, oh, yeah, there it is. Just delete that. Go back to wireframe, and I'm going to use replace arc tool, click, unclick, click, and I'm going to start on the sock, click, unclick, click, and I'm going to do it right over here too, because it looks like that needs to be straightened out. I need to go back out of wireframe to see what that was.